Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have accumulated these photo cards through trades and sales and whatnot, so come along as I re-sleeve them in my preferred sleeves. My preferred sleeves are these from Daiso. They come with 60 in a pack, and I have replaced them in this container just for easier access. And I was also thinking of using these Meow Cafe premium colored frame sleeves. Potentially. I've never tried these before, but I'm curious. And I really like the color light purple that they have, but we'll see. Let's get into the sleeving. I did also reorient the camera, but there's still some glare, so I hope you guys don't mind. But to give you a brief overview, I have some P1 cards and Team, which is a new collection I decided to pick up, as well as wavy and Stray Kids, some Stray Kids IN cards. So let's get started. Okay, I do want to keep these in its original sleeve just because they are from tour merch, and I think I like it as is. I have two of Soul because I wanted to trade one of him off, and this is exciting. Okay, this is Joe from Team, and I decided I was going to stan Team, and also I decided to stan Joe, so I picked these up. Let me move this over like so. Oh, and these sleeves I love because there are two sides. The front side is glossy and the back side is matte. So it's really personal preference which you prefer. Let me show you how it looks like. This is the matte side. Oops. This is how it looks glossy. So you do notice a difference as it catches the light with the matte side on the left over here. So this is very much a 2-in-1 combo pack, and that's why I prefer to use these sleeves. Although I do have a preference for the glossy side over the matte, but it's nice to have. Let me change this back now. Oops. This has very much been an accumulation of all of the sales and trades that I've had over the past few months, as well as some group orders that I've joined. I'm going to leave all the scrap piece sleeves on the side. And something exciting that I was hoping to also film is starting a new binder naturally for Joe, just because I think I already have this sleeved, just because I can't have him sitting in this container here. And Team's having another comeback in April for We on Fire, so I want to prepare for that when the time comes. I do want to start for p1harmony their unique album photo card collection, but I just haven't really been enticed. I feel very desensitized to all of P1's releases just because there's so many photo card versions, especially when it comes to US exclusives. So previously, for the era of Killing It, I had racked up so many of their exclusive photo cards. Like I think nearly every US exclusive store, same with Sad Song, and I just became, it was really tough trying to collect for them. And even more so during Duh. So for their unique album, I decided to only collect their Walmart exclusive, the one where they hold their most wanted signage with their names. I think that's really cute and creative as opposed to the other versions. This is from, I have a lot of Joe cards. Because I've just been collecting him with all the other trades that I have. And also I was on a no ban last year. And once I lifted that no buy ban, I was on a no buy ban last year. Once I started to lift that, it was just like the gates were open. Pandora's box was open. So I have been buying photo cards now as well because of it. this is already sleeved. This one, oh my gosh, this was their ISAC photo card, and the links that I went to find this was wow. And that's part of the reason why I was on a semi-hiatus, was because there's just so many cards, and I was really apprehensive because I felt so overwhelmed by all the people I collect. And to be fair, it's literally only what, like 4 groups: Stray Kids, wayv, p1harmony. Oh, 3 groups actually. But because I collected OT6 p1harmony, it was really difficult for me, and I have not been keeping up with Stray Kids' comebacks either, which I wish I was more involved, but I don't know. I decided to prioritize Joe and N team just because they're new and exciting. And not gonna lie, I have not been I'm not the biggest fan of Stray Kids' recent releases, and I think that's primarily why I've been distancing myself from collecting IN. Not that I don't want to. When I do see cards available at like local trades or photo card events, then I will definitely pick them up, but I don't feel the motivation to, look through the Stray Kids tags on Instagram. Nothing against the members or Stray Kids as a group themselves, but it's just become so overwhelming, especially because so many people post on Instagram for trades and sales every day, along with merch drops and whatnot. So it becomes super difficult for me to actually find I think I have this already sleeved. So it becomes super difficult for me to find what I'm looking for. Oh my goodness. Okay. I have noticed that all these stacks are primarily Joe, so I'm sorry to all the fans of the other groups, but I guess this is primarily just Joe sleeping. I also have a preference of sleeving it from down to up. And I feel like that's because, well, I think that's because when I'm putting it in the binder itself, the binder pages, I'm protecting the top portion because it's already sleeved up here, as opposed to sleeving it in here and the top still being exposed. It's my personal preference. Well, this card is kind of thick. Oh my goodness, this card was so difficult to obtain. I think I had to find a proxy, but I love their Run Wild dance. What was it called? It was on one of those shows like M2, like Move 2 Performance, and I love this hair, makeup, outfit, whatever they had on that day. It was like mesmerizing for me. This was from their K-pop Nara Going Blind Lucky Draw, which I was able to get from a friend. I'm not the biggest fan of his mullet though, but I decided, because I got his K-pop Nara exclusive for not Going Blind. I got his K-pop Nara exclusive for Back to Life. I was like, I suppose I might as well collect the other previous exclusives. I was actually there when they had their Going Blind comeback, but I think was heavily invested in p1harmony at the time, so I missed it. And it always feels so FOMO because you knew that you were there, but you didn't partake. And then looking back, there's this remorse and regret, like, oh my gosh, I should have gotten it. This is from my Poke Market order. I have so many, but thankfully they were super cheap because they're all primarily album cards. Sometimes I feel more inclined to trade album for album cards, but at the same time, I feel like all the Anteam tags on Instagram for trades and sales are very lackluster. So it's a bit more of a difficult find than opposed to buying it all in one go. But I am very excited for their new comeback on April 21st. Even when they announced the schedule leading up to the release day, I had literally marked all of the events that they had listed on my calendar as a reminder. It's called We on Fire. And I saw that they had like 4 exclusives for the US, which is really, really surprising considering it was previously all hosted by K-Pop Nara. But this time for We on Fire, there is the K-Pop Nara exclusive, Hello 82 exclusive, which I was surprised by, and then there's the Target and Barnes & Noble's exclusive. I guess they must have worked with a distributor to better promote themselves in the United States, but I was really surprised that they had Hello 82 on board. Because I feel like I primarily see Hello 82 work with, ATEEZ, Monsta X, p1harmony, but I wonder if this is just a one-time exclusion or if Anteam is joining the Hello 82 distribution list for American retailers. I suppose we'll see in April. This is such a cute card with his hair. Oh my gosh, there are so many Joe cards. I'm so sorry. We haven't seen anybody else besides like the 3 p1harmony cards in the beginning. But now we finally have Henry. I had tremendous luck finding this one person on Instagram. She was looking for, they were looking for a lot of, like, basically OT6, what was it, On My Youth exclusives, or POBs, I should say. And I had a lot from On My Youth era, so I just started trading them for all of these album cards that I was missing. I was super happy to have caught up on my Henry and Xiaojun collection through this person, and we actually had to split our mail into 2 separate envelopes because of the sheer amount of trades, because we wanted to avoid paying for tracked shipping, so we split it into 2 envelopes. And I was able to trade for some of these Eternal White POBs as well, or benefit cards. I'm not sure if they're all POBs. But I will also say, jointly with Stray Kids, it's super difficult to find trades and sales on Instagram, at least for wavy. It's really, really dejecting and unmotivating because I would check on a near daily basis and there would probably be 2 new posts, and it's like the same cards, unfortunately. I am running low on my Daiso sleeves, so let me refill that. Oops. Oops. Okay. These eye-ends I got from my friend in Japan when she visited the, what was it, like Stray Kids exhibition. We stayed together. I got this from her. It came in a set. It's just eye-end through the ages. They are pretty thick too, so I wonder if it can fit in my sleeves. Okay, yeah, no problem. I will say these Daiso sleeves, one of the drawbacks is that they're on a thicker side, slightly thicker side, and when you only have one, it's not a problem, but when you have all of these cards in the binder, it becomes a little bulky with all the air in between. So it does take up a little more space in the binder because it adds up over time. Oops. Oh. These p1harmony X PCs from, I think this is the US exclusive. I also had a great amount of luck. I found one person that was just trading it all at once, so that saved a lot of hassle with multiple stamps and whatnot. Ooh. I would say, I feel like every comeback I'm collecting less and less for p1harmony. It seems like we have more and more cards each time around. Which I understand, you know, they have to get their Billboard charts up. But as a collector, it's really overwhelming. This is super old from Sad Song, but I finally was able to lock in and get the fancy versions. I believe this is what that's from. Kind of wide. I'm having some trouble. Same with this. Jian from the fancy album. Okay, there we go. And this is from Killin' It. It's so long, but I've finally also decided to lock in. I'm still missing one soul, and my Killin' It album, 56 album collection would be complete. But it's just really hard to keep my eyes focused when I'm looking like all over the place. Especially because when there are props that they use, it's way easier to identify it in a spread of posts on Instagram. Oh, but I decided to limit specifically to collecting prop cards from p1harmony, which often happens, but more so ones that I find really, really cute. Otherwise, I would end up with countless collections, or not collections, countless versions from each era. So in this instance, for X, I only collected the Hello 82 Bow version and Alien version. And I think my judgment was primarily influenced because I had seen them live as a surprise guest at Hello 82, so I was more inclined to buy the albums after I saw them live to commemorate the memory of seeing them in person. It was such an amazing, like, unforgettable, eventful day. And the album itself, X, was super cute. Maybe I should start separating over here so it doesn't fall in case. Okay, it seems like I have wavy cards left. I didn't really separate it when I dumped in this container, but they are semi-separated itself, so it does work out. This is from Eternal White. Maybe I'll keep this in here for now. Leave this as it is. I do have specific ID-sized sleeves, so let me get that out. It's so tiny and it's so cute, but I use the K-pop stationery 38 by 48 millimeter sleeves for these ID cards. I don't know if it actually fits though. Oh my gosh, wait, actually it seems a little longer. No, hold on, let's take it out and see. Oh no, it doesn't fit. I mean, I can just tell. It's so much shorter. I might just leave it in these miscellaneous purple sleeves just because if I were to use the ID sleeves, I would end up taping it on the purple background anyways and just inserting it in my binder. But this has more room for wiggle, which is not ideal, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not going on my way to buy specific size sleeves for this. And also, this was surprisingly a bonus inclusion from SM Entertainment, because this came in the SMINI version, SMINI version, which only included the card historically, but this time they decided to add this ID card. I got Hendry for one, because I collect Xiaojun and Hendry, and then I had to trade for this Xiaojun. Oh wait, I don't know why I put it here. Whoops. I love this office siren look from their big bands era, but unfortunately they only took like one set of selfies, and it was for the cube version, which was kind of difficult to find. And I think there was another one for a POB set or a benefit set. There was literally only 2 sets of cards with this outfit on, I think. Don't quote me, but it was hard to find. And this is surprisingly wayv's first ever K-pop NAR exclusive. I was so surprised when they announced that they had a K-pop NAR exclusive. Like, what? wayv? I mean, I was so happy for them that they were able to reach an agreement with K-pop NAR, but I was so surprised. Like, what? It took them long enough. And for this Hendry ID set, I'm going to also leave it in the purple sleeves. Okay, good enough, I think. I'm not a fan of how majority of the Eternal White benefit PCs are just black or gray or white. Like, whatever happened to ombre, maybe? Gradient? Oh goodness, it's kind of hard to push into. I was told though that for another Eternal White Pob set, there was sparkle or glitter to reflect snowflakes. But honestly, at this point, I feel like I was so invested in wavy for All My Youth and Give Me That. And I really started tapering off for collecting benefit cards when it came to frequency and onwards. It's kind of sad. Like, those were my guys. The OG, my roots. But it just became so hard unless you were having a proxy service from China. It's so hard to find wavy PCs domestically. Oh my gosh, I started to backtrack my collection with Xiaojun and Hendry. And this is from Resonance. Oh my goodness. I was really just like, okay, I need to collect something. And for the longest time, they were in my non-prio cards in my wish list. But I just figured, I don't think I would ever collect them unless I really just did it in one go. And these came from the person that I talked about earlier, where we had a bunch of trades at once. So I was like, okay, while we're here, I'll just pick this up from you. Because for the most part, I am caught up on my most recent wavy cards from the release. Also, I'm running low again on these Daiso sleeves. Let's continue. But I really like the clarity when you switch into fresh PC sleeves. Like, this is super clear. And also, the person that I traded with was nice enough to give me these from the ornament. So I'm going to add this as well to my binder. For my next video, I'm hoping to record and edit a binder, putting PCs in my binder video is very choppy. I said it very choppily, but I want to definitely put these away. Oh, this is my newest acquisition from the p1harmony unique keyring, which I have over here. I got sold. I would love to collect OT6, but I don't know if that will happen anytime soon, just because the p1harmony trade Instagram tag accounts are flooded with all of the PCs that they have this time around. So I'm gonna let it die down first. Also, oh my goodness, I'm so happy to have acquired these as well from the Hello Day 2 pop-up. I went with my friends and they were gracious enough to give me OT6. So I've already pre-sleeved these. I'll leave this on the side over here. And through the pop-up, I also received these ID cards. I don't know if I want to sleeve them because they're already so thick and the material itself is akin to a real ID as opposed to, you know, photocard paper. Let me see how it would hold up if I were to sleeve them. Because I don't want to bulk them up any more than it already is. Well, I suppose, yeah. You know, I'll sleeve them. It fits pretty well, so let's go ahead and do that. They will just have to go like this in my binder though, as opposed to seeing them horizontally. Last thing I have Jung's up. Oh, these, I don't know if I should cut them open though. I'll leave it as is. I'll leave it as is. And lastly, okay, my last card is a Yuma K-pop Nara exclusive. I was hoping to trade him for Joe, but I don't have any luck finding anybody with Joe. So I think I might just add this to my Joe collection. Because my bias in running, or my bias record I should say, was Yuma. And I love this hair of his. So I'm gonna keep it as is until I find a trade. Now I'll sleeve him as well. I shall sleeve him. It's also kind of thick. It's quite sturdy. Okay, there we go. Okay. These are all sleeved. Oh my gosh. This does stick out as like a sore thumb. Should I just cut it? Okay, I'll cut it. I'll cut it. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oops. No imperfections. Oh. Okay. Last card. Alas, we have gone through all of these cards. Let me put the purple AD with each other. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna close this over here. Let's put it back. It's so satisfying when you sleeve everything and it's like the same height and size. It's so uniform. Ah. Wow. See, it really, really bulked up. Because earlier, there's so much air, that's why. Earlier, it was probably like this. It filled up this much of the container, and now with the sleeves that I added, it's like the full thing. Maybe like 75%, 80%. And these are all of the old sleeves that it came with. I'm going to repurpose this for trades and whatnot. Trades and sales. So don't you worry, unless they're super dirty. And this is how it looks like all back in the container. It looks so organized and cohesive. This, of course, are all the photo cards that we re-sleeved today, as well as the old sleeves it came in, and my leftover Daiso sleeves. So for my next videos, I hope to put these away in their respective binders, as well as sort my and Team Joe binder, which I'm looking super forward to. So if you guys like today's video, please give it a like, and please subscribe if you are interested in my future videos where I put them away. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!